Hey, it's Dash, your night guy from the Mix with the Mix New Music Club, hosting this one live, the second one ever after Chris did the first a couple of weeks back. We've got two different artists on deck today. It's going to be super cool. John K is going to open it up with two huge hits that we play on the Mix all the time. And then Pink Sweats, who's an artist you need to know if you don't already, his breakout hit 17, also playing on our station. Both artists and this Mix New Music Club Live are brought to you by Vizzy Hard Seltzer. It's actually a super cool hard seltzer. If you haven't tried it yet, you should. It's the only hard seltzer that comes with antioxidant vitamin C. And it comes from a superfruit, acerola superfruit. I don't know what the superfruit actually looks like, but I know it's super good for you. And they taste better than most most hard seltzers. So that's kind of nice too. This one's blueberry pomegranate. Maybe worth a try. The Mixed New Music Club Live. This is so cool. I'm joined by a Florida native and the new kid on the block, John K. Huge success so far. Welcome to the show. Thanks for doing this.
Oh, thank you for having me, bro. It's an honor. It's an honor.
Yeah.
This is Dante, by the way.
Dante, man, and congratulations on your success so far. And you guys wrote the singles, one of the singles together.
Yeah, If We Never Met and 6 months, we were both a part of. So, in a nutshell, I convinced Dante to move in with me 3 years ago, and we've been roommates ever since. Just committed to writing and enjoying everything that this insane path that we've chosen has to offer.
Wow. And can you talk about, is it always a specific set of circumstances that leads to you being inspired to write a song? Are you both sitting down at a campfire every night thinking like, this is when we're going to figure it out? Or are you playing Rocket League or Fortnite? Like, when does it come to you?
Well, I mean, there's Rocket League on in the other room right now. So I was listening to Post Malone on the Joe Rogan podcast earlier today, and he was just saying, like, you can't schedule it and you can't figure it out. Like there's always conversations, and I've had this conversation a lot about when does creativity spark? Like, honestly, when did those chords for 6 months come to you?
Like a year before we wrote the song.
So sometimes it's being open to the present moment of being creative, and then having kind of the right things come together at the right time.
Wow.
And just being open and available to that creativity, being like, that is and being decisive, honestly, is what it comes down to.
And that's an interesting thing. I think a lot of the audience would think the chords and the lyrics happen at the same time or immediately after each other. You hear the chords and you're inspired, but you're saying with 6 months that's not the case.
It's never the same, man. I mean, it's different every time.
Yeah. It's true. Honestly, it is. And you don't know sometimes, but you start trying to build a great chorus, and you start with that. And then, you can you look for your little jumping off points, with If We Never Met, I was in a session and we were just kind of talking about the team, how Dante and I met and how we just started piece by piece committing to writing, and piece by piece, just these people would come into my life that made things make a little more sense. And through just talking about that, the songwriter that I was with that day was like, I'm getting it. Like, if you never met all these people, like, you wouldn't be here. Oh, that includes my dog Lily too. She's a part of the story. And it was such a cool thing that I was just being honest and telling the story of how we all came together, and that led us right into every lyric of the song. And I was just completely vulnerable and in that moment, and the song was kind of writing itself. So sometimes it happens that way, where you just kind of catch a certain angle and ride it and just try not to mess it up.
Do you think that your music segments itself completely from the rest of pop music today? And are you inspired by other pop music you hear today? You just talked about Post Malone. I'm wondering if there are other artists that you really love that you seem to find a spark from listening to their music.
I mean, I think of like artists that if I know they're going to drop something, like, I'm definitely going to listen to it. Just like Post. I mean, if John Mayer ever drops anything, I'm like, all right, what? Like, what's going to come out? Or like John Bellion is a good example of just somebody who's innovative, who I'm interested to see where they're going to go. Because I get interested by the decisions that artists make, because I know firsthand how difficult it is to not only see a song through from creation to mixing, but also the confidence it takes to then release that song and be like, this is the one. Because what you don't see is that artists and songwriters, they're cutting hundreds of songs behind closed doors to try to find that one that feels like the right move. And So that's why I put a lot more emphasis on releases. It's not just like, hey, this felt cool. We did this last week and we just wanted to put it out. That's what it looks like sometimes because, you know, we announce it a couple days before or we don't put a lot into it. We're going to make the hype. But there's so many people making so many decisions to release music that it's always inspiring to see exactly how they did it, what they put into it. And I pull from everything that I hear. And we're always talking about new music and when we're going to make our own.
Well, you've got two really great singles you're going to play for us right now. We play the heck out of 6 months on the mix, especially during the Mixed Music Club from 11 p.m. to midnight. And I'm so excited to hear that one. Are you guys ready to play those two?
Yeah, let's lead with that, and then we'll close with If We Never Met. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having us. Thank you for playing the song. It's unbelievable. You guys are literally changing our lives, so we appreciate you. Feels like it's been 6 months and 7 days when I'm without you. There ain't no way I don't think about you. All I do is think about you, yeah. Haven't slept in 3 nights, yeah, you're on my mind. Been floating past the time, thinking about you. And I'm always thinking about you, yeah. 'Cause baby, when we fall asleep, you know that you're safe with me. And baby, this is all we need. And we're right where we belong. Wish I didn't have to go. It's hard to leave you all alone. 'Cause even when we're far from home, we're right where we belong. All the space between us, yeah, it's ours to hurt. I'm getting jealous of my own t-shirt, the way it holds you. Yeah. You know, I wish that I could hold you. Oh, haven't slept in 3 nights, yeah, you're on my mind. Looking through folded grass, pass the time, thinking about you. And I'm always thinking about you. 'Cause baby, when we fall asleep, you know that you're safe with me. And baby, this is all we need. And we're right where we belong. I wish I didn't have to go. It's hard to leave you all alone. Even when we're far from home. And we're right where we Nice job. You can go right into it. All right, we're gonna play If We Never Met. Yeah. Oh, if we never met, I'd be drunk waking up in someone else's bed. I'd be lost in a crowded room of fake friends. I wouldn't even know what love is if we never met. Yeah. What if I never started singing? What if you never told your family you were leaving when you felt the pressure? There's a million different reasons we shouldn't be together. But when I put it all together, it all comes back to you. I love it when the only light is you in the moon. And baby, when I close my eyes, I'm thinking about if we never met. I'd be drunk waking up in someone else's bed. I'd be lost in a crowded room, fake friend. I wouldn't even know what love is if we never met. Hey, yeah. What if I never left Nashville? What if you never call me back when I asked you? Something stupid about the weather. It all happened for a reason. Girl, you put me back together. And when I put it all together, it all comes back to you. I love it when the only light is me, you, and the moon. Baby, when I close my eyes, I'm thinking about if we never met. Hey, I've been drunk waking up in someone else's bed. Hey, yeah. I've been lost in a crowded room, fake friend. I wouldn't even know what love is. We never met. Hey, hey, hey. No. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, yeah.
Chills. You know, it's such an intimate, I don't know, venue right now. Just us two, us three talking.
Just us, bro.
I think all of our listeners and viewers are so happy that you just played those two songs, because if they feel the way I feel right now, they have chills too. And you can't substitute anything for live music, but this is pretty close actually.
Oh,
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
we're here. We're doing it live. It is live.
Yeah, Dante and John K, thank you guys so much. The Mixed New Music Club, so happy to pump your work, so happy to pump your song. 6 months and If We Never Met just played, and so cool. Thank you guys again for doing this.
Can't thank you enough for the support, man. We appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, cheers. The snaps, they just have to keep going. John K, vocal talent is insane, him and Dante. I wish I could harmonize like that. Maybe me and Chris Pelak will try later and let you guys laugh at us, because it won't be good. But our next artist, you know, in a couple of minutes, Pink Sweats, 17, his breakout hit. He's going to perform that and 2 others. They're so good. But if you're looking for something to do with your hands in the meantime, while you watch, text Vizzy to 60123. You can win a prize pack like this one right here. You've got a fanny pack, a t-shirt, some koozies to keep your Vizzies cool on a hot day in Chicago. And I'm super excited because I get to sip on this while I listen to and interview our next big artist, somebody we play all the time on the Mixed New Music Club, Pink Sweats. Welcome to the Mixed New Music Club Live, man.
What's going on?
Yeah, your style is so cool, and I think it's kind of self-explanatory, your name, but for a couple of our listeners who are listening in right now and watching right now that don't know why you have the name Pink Sweats and can't figure it out looking at you, could you just explain, you know, how you got the name?
So first, I want to say thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys. And you know, pink sweats is just a thing. You know, I literally was just wearing pink sweats. I was kind of like, I guess, what people consider in the struggle of my career, just trying to make it happen. And I just had this one pair of pants. It wasn't an effort. It wasn't a thought. They were pink. Put them on every day. They evaporated into thin air over time, just falling apart all over the house. And you know, someone called me Pink Sweats one day, and I just ran with it.
And it's funny to think that, like, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago, maybe when you were 19, somebody wearing sweatpants all the time would be noticeable. Right now during quarantine, we're all wearing our sweatpants all the time.
Yeah.
So I'll start going by gray sweatpants too. Maybe I can open up for you one day. But you've been in Chicago recently. I know you're in LA right now, but you played Lollapalooza in 2019.
That was 2019. Wow, I did do that. Was insane. I had fun. I remember the show.
Yeah. Well, thanks for showing us that you love it. I hope you enjoyed it. And it's funny to think that 2019 feels like a decade ago, doesn't it?
That's the one thing I learned about being an artist. Is time is just almost so irrelevant in like how you perceive it. It's like, well, that was. It felt like years ago I did that.
Right. Yeah. You have, as an artist, it seems like you can have weeks where years happen, or you can have years where nothing happens. You know, and you're trying to make it. And you've only been making music since you were 19 years old.
Yes, sir.
Wow, you're doing pretty good.
Thanks.
We love playing the song. Specifically, we're playing 17. We're just bumping it all day right now. Can you talk about the inspiration for that song?
You know, it's essentially a song of aspiration. And, you know, me growing up, I didn't really see a lot of what I considered stability in love with like my parents are divorced, both remarried, kind of like things like that. So it's like you kind of start doubting if it's possible. And me just tapping in and fighting it with my creativity, fighting off those feelings. Like
Yeah.
out, and like no, I want to put this energy out there. I want people to get married to the song. I
Mhm.
want people to feel like love is possible. I want when they hear this song to feel like they're 7 years old watching Cinderella and optimistic about life.
But you have a new album and a new project coming out specifically very soon, The Prelude. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, man, I'm super excited about that. That's like formulating this project, going in, you know, with the intention of making this beautiful, diverse body of work, and then stepping outside of myself and listening to it. Like, man, this is really dope. It's really high quality. Like a lot of these instruments, I'm playing these instruments. I wrote every single lyric, just putting my heart and soul into this project, and knowing that I come from behind the scenes and that I have the ability to create and produce is something that it's a fulfillment that's like, man, I get to do this now for me, you know, whereas before I had to always yield and bend to someone else's vision. I get to fully execute my own vision and picture, and it's untainted as far as my perception.
Would you say you're a perfectionist?
To be honest, no, I'm not. And I think that's part of my strength is that I live in the moment of the art. And although I have perfectionist moments, overall, I feel like when I create something, I said what I wanted to say. So I'm not one of those people who are like, oh, should I say this or should I? I was like, no, I said what I wanted to say and I got it off my heart. If I change, then I'll make another song. I don't need to
Yeah.
live back where I already made that song. It's done. Let's document the history as how I felt at that exact moment. Release it to the world. And
Yeah.
then if I feel different, I'll make another song. Yeah.
How have you been dealing with quarantine? I see you got some friends behind you, also your bandmates, but
Yeah, honestly, it's been gradually getting better because like the beginning phase, you feel like, man, like my whole world just shook up. I had all these grand plans and you have to readjust and replan, make things over, scratch full plans. You're like, all right, we had this whole plan to travel the world and do all these shows for the first time
mhm.
as far as a world tour. And then now it's just, no, not at all. It's like we have to revamp. So it could be a little tough mentally to be like, all right, now I have to like do uh Instagram lives at the beginning. It was like tons. Everybody's doing tons of Instagram lives, and it's just not the same. It's not the same. You don't feel that energy of the people who are right there. You can't feel it through the phone the same. So
I will say there's something intimate about this platform, us talking one on one, even though there's
yeah,
a giant audience watching this live right now.
because but also as one like you said, is one on one versus me trying to talk to 1,000 people
Mhm.
about something specific or sing a song. It's like for me the experience is there. Like like I'm singing, I don't get to hear your response. Like like he hit that note. Like,
I
you
can
know,
do that when you perform in just a couple of minutes if you
yeah,
want.
yeah, yeah. Give me that energy.
Well, next time we get to come to Chicago, hopefully that's really soon. Hopefully we'll be over all of this and through it stronger soon. We'll have these hard seltzer Vizzies. They're really great. Vitamin C is in them. Keeps you from being hungover.
Bro, send me a couple.
I will. We will. We'll get that going right after this and have you here comfortable and play in studio. How's that sound?
yeah, with Illuminati's pizza. You know
Yeah.
Illuminati?
Oh, my favorite. We have it here all the time.
Woo!
Well, without further ado, Pink Sweats, I'm so excited to hear these three songs from you. I'll be sipping on the Vizzy right here watching, making noises too. You asked me to. Without further ado, on the Mixing Music Club Live.
So 17 is my lead single off of my debut album, Pink Planet. Um, and the song's about love in its purest form, just being truly and deeply optimistic about life and taking you to that younger self when you just believed anything was possible. And I wrote this song because I wanted people to get that same feeling as, adults, and also still tap into those same energies that you feel. And I deeply hope that you understand and connect with this song. I'm going to play it for you now. This is 17. I would need a million words if I tried to define all the things you mean to me. For you, I die 1,000 lives, a special kind of energy. 'Cause love is born when hearts collide. Every time you touch me, you remind me that I'm still alive. So promise you never change, and I'll always be the same. We'll be dancing the same groove when we're 92, same as 17. And I'll never lie to you, just throw your hope back on me. I wanna love you strong when 92, same as 17. I don't really know what's right, but I can never call you wrong. I just wanna dance with you, floating over marble floors. You're something like an angel. You do something to my mind. I could see 1,000 years when I'm looking in your eyes. So promise you'll never change, and I'll always be the same. We'll be dancing the same groove when we're 92, same as 17. Yeah. And I'll never lie to you, just throw your hope back on me. I wanna love you strong when we're 92, same as 17. Just promise you'll never change, and I'll always be the same. We dance in the same groove when we're 92, same as 17. And I'll never lie to you, just don't you hold back on me. I wanna love you strong when we're 92, same as 17. Cool, let's do that. This next song is called Honesty. I hope you like it. Ooh, 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 yeah, yeah. She said, baby, I'm afraid to fall in love. 'Cause what if it's not reciprocated? I told her, don't rush, girl, don't you rush. Yeah, I guess it's all a game of patience. And she said, what if I dive deep? Would you come in after me? Would you share your flaws with me? Let me know. I told her thinking is all wrong. Love will happen when it wants. I know it hurts sometimes, baby, but don't you let it go, yeah. 'Cause I want you. 'Cause I want 'Cause I want you. 'Cause I want you. 'Cause I want you. I, I want you. Yeah. She said, what if I tell you all the things I've done? Would you run away from me? I told her, baby, we all got bags full of things that we don't want. Yeah. But I can't unpack it for you, baby. Yeah. She said, what if I dive deep? Would you come in after me? Would you share your flaws with me? Let me know. No, thinking, girl, you know it's all wrong. Love will happen when it wants. I know it hurts sometimes, baby, but don't you let it go. 'Cause I want you. I want you. I want you. Yeah. I want you. 'Cause I want you. Oh yeah. I want you. Yeah. Oh, I want you. Yeah.
Wow. Snaps. I don't know whether to snap or clap because it's such an intimate medium, but you deserve both, my man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. A live music performance, there's nothing like it. It can put you into a state of euphoria. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm in a state of euphoria. Thank you so much. It's something I've been missing during quarantine and the rest of us watching right now live on the Mixing Music Club. So Pink Sweats, man, I'm stunned. Thank you so much for doing this. Best of luck. I know I'm going to see you at the main stages of Lollapalooza soon and on the main stage at the Grammys, just racking them up.
Bro, appreciate you, Dash. It was a pleasure
It was
talking
a
to you.
pleasure, my man.
Thank you guys for all tuning in. Love you guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
all right. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you soon. The Mixing Music Club Live. So happy to have Pink Sweats. Look forward to everything you have coming for you.
Mixing Music Club. This is Pink Sweats. Sending my love to you guys.